Hey guys, and welcome back for another video. Today we are going to talk about my chip strategy. Leaving a like and subscribe is much appreciated, and also I'm replying to all your comments for this video. Before we start, let's share an overview about incoming double game weeks and blank game weeks, which is announced recently. Game week 25 we have 4 teams doubling, have 2 features: Arsenal, Everton, Liverpool and Wolves, and another 4 teams blanking without any fixtures in this game week, which is Brighton, Brentford, Man United and Newcastle United. Game week 27 and 29 also are double game weeks. Brentford, Brighton mostly are doubling and are my targets for these double game weeks. Crystal Palace and Southampton also has a double game week, but not in my considerations. Regarding game week 29, which is announced recently, we got many teams with many double game weeks, but to be honest, most good teams and the most big teams have some tough fixtures in this game week. Teams like Liverpool has Man City and Chelsea. Man United has Newcastle United and Brentford. We can see that Chelsea also have Aston Villa and Liverpool. Game week 34 and 37 will be a potential of double game week also, but not confirmed yet. Regarding the blank game weeks, we have game week 28 and 32 also are blank game weeks. Regarding game week 28, we are expecting around 5 fixtures to be a blank in this blank game week. By looking at this graph by the legend Ben Krillin, we see that the fixtures like Arsenal against Crystal Palace, Aston Villa against Bournemouth, Chelsea against Everton and Nottingham Forest against Newcastle United all are confirmed fixtures and will be go ahead in game week 28. And regarding Tottenham against Southampton, Man City against West Ham United, Brighton against Man United, mostly all of these teams will get a blank game week, in addition to Brentford against Leicester City. The only match and the only game that's not confirmed yet, and all of these are confirmed yet, but mostly will be confirmed, but Fulham against Leeds United will determine which match will be a blank and which one will go ahead in game week 28. If Fulham win against Leeds United in the FA Cup, we can see that Liverpool against Fulham will be a blank. But if Leeds can win, we can find that Liverpool and Fulham, both of teams will not get a blank, and both of them will play in that blank game week. For me, if both of teams played and not get a blank in this blank game week, I mostly will not consider FREEHIT 28. I will keep my FREEHIT intact for another chance. So regarding FREEHIT, I think the ideal time for a FREEHIT is to activate it in double game weeks, getting 11 double game week players. Can also use it in blank game weeks like game week 28, when you can't afford around 8 or 9 players with a hit. Also, FREEHIT 28 depends on if Liverpool against Fulham is blank or not, as most of us owns players from Arsenal, Newcastle, Chelsea, Liverpool, Fulham and Everton, so it will be useless if we activated FREEHIT in game week 28 despite owning all of these assets. FREEHIT 25 is a waste of a ship, to be honest. It's a low selling game week and no much different team will get, only just small difference if you activate your FREEHIT. I'm also against FREEHIT 29 as we need most of the good assets of double game week 29 since game week 26 or 27, so we should get them earlier with free transfers or even with a wild card. Other options for free hit is in blank game week 32 or double game week 37 or the final game week of the season. Wildcard and bench boost, I think we always should link both of them together. Bench boost just after activating your wildcard in a double game week to get a 15 assets with double game week. Never wildcard in game week 29. As I mentioned before, we need most of these assets before and earlier than game week 29, in game week 26 or 27 mostly. Regarding bench boost, I prefer personally bench boost 34 over bench boost 29, as the top teams have easier and better fixtures in game week 34 and there is no international break as before game week 29, so it will be a much better opportunity for activating your bench boost. I think there is 3 options to activate your wildcard and bench boost. Wildcard 33 and bench boost just after it. I think it's the best for bench boost, but it would be much late for your wildcard. I'm personally leaning to this strategy, but still not confirmed yet. Wildcard 27 and bench boost 29, another possibility, but as I mentioned before, bench boost 29 not the best. I prefer 34. Wildcard 27 and bench boost 34 is good as well, but with a wide gap between game week 27 and 34, expecting some rotation, some injuries, which will make your bench boost not the ideal. And finally, this is my initial cheap strategy. I am considering wildcard 33 and bench boost after it, bench boost 34, free depending on if Liverpool against Fulham will go ahead or not in game week 28, and navigating upcoming double and blank game week with free transfers and a couple of hits. Finally, we reached an end for this video. Thanks guys for watching. Support my content if you find it helpful. Your comments are welcome.